Good evening, and welcome to the Northwest Community Council meeting for May 16th, 2022. My name is Paul Russell, and I represent Lower Sackville. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the Halifax Regional Municipality is located in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. The municipality acknowledges the peace and friendship treaties signed in this territory and recognizes that we are all treaty people. As is standard with these virtual meetings, I'd like to run through the roll just to make sure that everybody's audio and video works. So let's start with, well, Councillor Daigle-Gammon will not be joining us this evening, so let's start with the Deputy Mayor from District 13. Good evening.
Good evening. Great to be here live from City Hall.
Absolutely. It's an amazing building to work in. And District 14, Councillor Blackburn, good evening.
Hello, good evening. I concur. It's an amazing building to work in. When you work from home, you got to do the dishes, and that's not fun.
True enough, thank you. And Councillor Outfit, District 16, good evening.
Good evening from home in Bedford, which is an amazing place to work from.
Tim, I've got bad news. I can hear you. Let's proceed with the approval of the minutes of April 25th, 2022. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
I so move.
Second.
Thank you, Councillor Blackburn. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Any errors or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor of the minutes of April 25th, please signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Great, thank you. The approval of the order of business and approval of additions and deletions. Over to the clerk. Do we have any changes?
There are no additions or deletions from the clerk's office.
Okay, thank you very much, Eric. Can I have a motion to approve the order of business as presented then?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Any seconder, please? Thank you, Councillor Outfit. Are there any changes from the committee? I don't see any. Can I have a motion to approve the order of business as presented, please? Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Great, thank you. That passes. Business arising from the minutes. Not seeing any. Call for declaration of conflicts of interest. Not seeing any. Motions of reconsideration, motions of rescission, consideration of deferred business, and notices of tabled matters, all are none. Public hearings is, there are none tonight. Interesting. The correspondence, petitions, and delegations. Over to the clerk. Do we have any correspondence or petitions this evening?
Hello, Chair Russell. There was no correspondence received for this meeting, and there were no petitions received for this meeting.
Okay. And members of committee, any petitions? Not seeing any. Okay. And there are no presentations this evening, and there are no information items brought forward. So we have item 13.1.1, case 23556. For this, I'm going to step out of the chair and ask the Deputy Mayor, the Vice Chair of the committee, to assume the role of the chair.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I suspect you will put a motion on the floor.
I would love to. Thank you. I move that Northwest Community Council, 1, give first reading to consider approval of the proposed amendment of the land use bylaw for Sackville Drive as set out in attachment A of the staff report dated May 4th, 2022, to allow access to multi-unit dwellings across LS zone properties and schedule a public hearing, and 2, adopt the amendment to the land use bylaw for Sackville Drive as set out in attachment A of the staff report dated May 4th, 2022.
Second.
Thank you, Councillor Blackburn. We do have a staff presentation from Dean McDougall.
Hello, good evening.
Dean. Hi, Dean.
I think that's incorrect information. I'm sorry. There's no presentation for me for the first reading. I'm available for questions if there are any, but I'll have everything, presentation and everything prepared for the public hearing. If
Oh,
this motion is
fantastic.
passed.
Thank you so much, Dean. And so, Councillor Russell, did you have comments that you wanted to bring forward?
Yeah, thank you very much. This is a fairly straightforward application. The property owner owns two properties on the corner of Sackville Drive and Beaverbank Connector. He is currently building a strip mall on the property on the corner, but the property behind that, he has plans to build a multi-unit dwelling on. And the property on the corner is zoned as an LS zone, a large-scale zone, and you can cross an LS zone from an existing multi-unit dwelling, but you can't cross it from a new multi-unit dwelling. So all this change does is allow you to access the multi-unit dwelling by crossing the LS zone, which means that people would be able to, once they get to the apartment, they'd be able to leave. That is the short version of it. So
It's a good selling point.
Yeah, I'd appreciate your support for this. This has been a couple of years, and I've learned a whole lot about planning and about zoning in doing the research for this report. So thank you very much.
It would have been
Well,
an interesting report. It would have been an interesting presentation, Dean. Gee whiz.
Yeah, jeepers. So do we have any questions from councillors? If not, call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? And that motion is carried. And Mr. Chair, would you like to resume the chair?
I would love to. Thank you very much. So we're on to item 13.2.1 from Councillor Blackburn. Would you like to put the motion on the floor yourself or the deputy mayor? But I believe, go ahead.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll move that Northwest Community Council direct the Chief Administrative Officer to provide $50,000 or the maximum amount available up to $50,000 from the Sackville Landfill Community Compensation Fund to the Lucasville Community Association to fund the restoration of the Lucasville Sackville Black Baptist Cemetery project to help with restoration costs in replacing and repairing fencing, restoring headstones, and clearing of debris, and that the funds be provided as soon as this request is received. I so move.
Second.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Go ahead, Councillor Blackburn.
Thank you so much, Deputy Mayor. Appreciate the support on this. Just to sort of backtrack a bit, the landfill compensation or the landfill community compensation fund for Sackville was established in 1996, I do believe, when the landfill in Upper Sackville closed, and $1 million was earmarked as for community funds as a way of sort of thanking the Sackville and surrounding areas for hosting the landfill for as many years as they did. That money over the years, and hard to believe it's now 2022, and this is the probably the last of what was in that fund. Over the years, that fund has been used to help just come forth with some amazing projects. Not the least of which the fully accessible playground at Acadia Park. It has helped with ballpark renovations and upgrades in Upper Sackville, or Middle Sackville rather. It's helped with the Sackawa Canoe Club. One of the more recent places where it's been used is to help support the Lucasville Community Greenway project, which will see a multi-use pathway along Lucasville Road that will not only provide a great venue for community members to walk and cycle, but the signage will also tell the history of Lucasville. And this project in particular is very important in telling the history of Lucasville. The cemetery has really been neglected over the last few years. It needs some restoration, and the community is asking for this money to help with that project. They're seeing more and more community members from Lucasville coming back home over the years, and there's a real desire there to catch up on the family history of the early settlers of Lucasville. So I really appreciate the opportunity to ask this of the community council, and ask for your support. Now, just as a quick side note, we figure that there's about $17,000 left in the compensation fund, and I'll be topping up whatever the amount to $50,000. So the group will get $50,000 to complete this project, and I think that just about covers it. Available for any questions if there are any from members of council.
Thank you very much, Councillor Blackburn. Is there anything from members of council? Go ahead, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Councillor Blackburn, I'm 100% in support of this. Thank you so much for bringing it forward. We have seen over the last 100, 200 years, the loss of history and, the issues overall with Lucasville. I think this is a wonderful use of these funds, and certainly it's a great opportunity to bring back some heritage which has been missing in this community. And I commend you for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you. And I should note that 2027 is a very important year in the community of Lucasville. It's the 200th anniversary of its founding. So they're really keen to get this work done before that pivotal date. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So seeing no further questions, all in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Great, that motion passes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have motions, and there is none. There is nothing in camera. There are no added items. Notices of motion. And I'm not seeing any. So public participation. Next, we would normally have the public participation section of the meeting, though no speakers have signed up by the deadline. As a reminder to those watching from home, to have signed up as a speaker, the deadline was 4:30 p.m. on Friday, March 13th, 2022. With that, the date of the next meeting of Northwest Community Council is June 20th, 2022. There is nothing further in the agenda, so can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. We stand adjourned after 14 minutes of the meeting.
Good
Oh,
work,
not-
everyone.
Not quite a record, but getting close, getting close.
We're
Well
getting
done.
there. Yep.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good
All right.
evening.
Thank you,
Take care.
staff. We'll see you soon, Dean.